First day at new job. Feeling a little bit weird, feeling a little bit nervy, got a bit of a nervy belly. It's kind of a good thing though, I think, nerves. Like, I try and remember that it's the same feeling as excitement, and I am excited as well. So I just, yeah, it's just a new environment, new people, new adventures. Namaste. Brought so much stuff with me. This Built for Athletes bag is immense. I'll show you everything that I've managed to get into it at some point today, I hope. But I've got my gym kit in there. I've got all of my wraps, like wrist wraps. I've got my knee sleeves in there. I've got all my food for the day in there. I've got things that I'll need for work in there. And it doesn't look like overpacked, and it's not pushing at the seams on the zips. It is spot on. So I'm very, very impressed, because that shit's got a... There's a lot of shit in there. There's so many compartments as well. I'll do a full rundown of this bag, because I know they're expensive. I think they're worth it, and the quality is next level. So I'll do a little bit of a rundown of that bag, and I'll let you know how I get on at my first day. I'm training glutes and hams later, which will be weird doing it after work, but whatever. So today as a pre, I've brought, annoyingly, I'm literally just waiting to leave now, I've packed the Nova Neuro, but I forgot the shaker, so I'm just gonna park that because I can't bother to go back in. And I've got some ride on, so I'm just gonna have some ride on before I train and get a pump on. I don't need the pre. I'm gonna save my banana for pre-workout, and then I'll do my post-workout oats and rice crispy bars after that. So there's going to be a little bit of a switch around on meals today, and I'll let you know how I get on with that, and I'll just kind of talk you through how I've done it. But yeah, let's get over there. This week is a bit abnormal that I'm in every day this week, other than Friday, I believe. But it's just because there's lots of stuff to do and all the induction bits and pieces. But normally I will be working from home 3 days a week and in the office 2 days a week, so I won't be doing this commute all the time. So yeah, let's go over there. I'm sorry it's so dark in here, but I actually cannot be asked to get up and go and put the light on. It's 20 to 9. I've just had my beef meal and my post-workout oats meal, because obviously that came later in the day with me having trained later. It's been a long day. It has been a long day. I've still got my protein pudding to have. But yeah, I've had back-to-back like introduction meetings and things like that today. I didn't leave Mansfield until about 5:10, so by the time I'd got back to Lincoln, just about an hour later, I had training to do. My cardio has gone down to 4 days a week, 4 sessions of 20 minutes, so I actually sacked it off today. I'm very, very tired. I've got plenty of time to get those 4 sessions in this week. I might do one on a rest day because I've got nothing else to do, so I might as well. So I'm just going to postpone that because I just needed to come home, get my shit together and rest, and prepare my meals for tomorrow. I think it's going to be so much easier when I'm just working from home for the majority of the time, but this week is the intense week where I'm doing all of the bumpy stuff and in all of the meetings setting me up for doing loads of inductions and things. So I don't think it'll feel this tiring for long, but I tell you what, I am not hungry. I'm not hungry. I didn't know whether that we're 3 weeks, nearly 4 weeks at the weekend post-show, and I'm doing fine. I've got no desire to really eat off plan because my food is satisfying me, and I've got no desire to eat more. I am so full, so full. Hitting me with the food volume on the pasta is doing the job. I've actually been uncomfortable today, which isn't a good thing, but it's better than being starving, isn't it? So rolling with that, GDA's going in after every high carb meal, and trained glutes and hams. Numbers are starting to fly. My hip thrusts, I managed to get 120 kilos on there. That's never happened before. My RDLs, dumbbell RDLs, I did with 37.5s today. Just flying. I'm feeling really, really good about it. But just feeling very, very tired. Very, very tired. But yeah, like I said, this week won't be like that forever. It won't be like that forever. Intense first day. Will tomorrow be less intense? Probably not. I was really looking forward to starting fresh and having a clean inbox and just starting, you know, how you'd always want to start, just clean slate. I got there and I had 139 emails. I'd obviously been set up on the system early and everybody's just been inviting me to stuff, which is fine. They're so efficient and organised, but I was not expecting that. I was expecting to actually have time to do the things that I need to do this week, and that is not how the day went. Oh, I was going to show you my bag, wasn't I? I'll show you my bag.
Hi everyone, this is my new bag.
So, this is, look, my initials have turned up now. I did say to Andy, when we get married, I can't put a T on there because then it'll say HRT, and I'm not walking around with that. So this is just gym and just life bits like paracetamol, a bit of makeup and stuff in there. I put my car keys in there when I'm training. There's so many pockets. So in this one, I've got my wrist wraps, I've got my knee sleeves. There is this pocket on the front, which I think will fit a laptop in. Oh, actually, maybe it won't, but this one definitely will. So I can use that when I'm coaching. Now, this has got everything that I was wearing today in there. I need to take that out, but it did have my gym kit in there. Look, I fit my freaking Doc Martens in there, and with loads of room to spare. So the compartments are absolutely massive. See, that's a laptop sleeve there. But there's so many little compartments. That's my bra. Nobody wants to see that. But it's absolutely massive. But yet it doesn't feel really huge. It just feels like a normal backpack. It's really, really well made. There's another sleeve there that you could put a laptop in. There's two like shaker bottle compartments on the side. It's just great. And like I said, this colour scheme, I didn't think did anything for me on the website, but then we saw it in person and it is so nice. So if you're going to get this one, don't let that colour on the website put you off, because it's great. It's more little hidey holes in there. It is spot on. I mean, I could put my wrist wraps and stuff in there, but oh, actually in this one as well, I think I had, so my pre is actually at the bottom of here. I've got Ride On and my pre in here, and it's not like messed up the volume of the bag at all. The compartments are really deep. Like, I've managed to get that in there and you wouldn't have even known it was there. So would highly recommend. Now, I didn't actually buy the Easter aid. They came in the complete strength competition winnings, but they keep popping. And I know that I put a lot of supplements in there. That's really fucking annoying and it tastes gross. So I would not repurchase, I don't think. This is the food that I'm taking to work. I'll have that at around lunchtime. I'll have those very quickly, like straight after gym. I'll have those in the afternoon, 5 rice cakes. That is my peanut butter and jam bagel, 10 grams of each. I'll have that in the afternoon. And I'll have 15 cashews post this meal. In fact, sorry, no, it'll be 30 cashews post this meal because that is 2 of my chicken and pasta meals together. It's so obnoxious. Oh, I'd wonder what people will think of me, but I don't really care either. And then I'll make up my beef and potato meal when I get home, and I will also have my post-workout oats when I get home, and then I'll have my pudding. Look at the fucking mess in there. I can't deal with it. So that is how we're tackling my packed lunch. Training in the evening is not something that I enjoy anymore. I've just got into my routine of training in the morning, coming home, having a shower, getting on with work or doing whatever, and it's very difficult for me to like really enjoy training. But last night was good. It's so busy. It's so busy, and I don't think I got there until gone 6 o'clock. So at least, I suppose, at least it wasn't 5 o'clock, but it was still busy. My sessions are, excuse me, a lot simpler, not so complicated, not moving around loads. There's 5 exercises, 5 simple exercises, no like super setting, just get in, do it, get it out. So there is that. Good morning. I never do like a slick back hair, but here we are. This is my egghead. It is Wednesday. I'm having to actually do that to like pry my eyes open. I can't remember being this tired since prep. I'm getting home really late after training, so training in the evening is just not me. It's not a bit of me. I like to start my day, get that done, and feel good for it. It puts you on a really good like trajectory for the rest of the day. My mood is great. Not to say it's not now, but training in the morning definitely gives me that, and then I go about my day and I'm already like in achievement mode. So training in the evening is bullshit, but this week has just absolutely rinsed me. I'm really struggling to get my meals in. Don't get me wrong, I am, but I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry at all. I'm starting to fill out a little bit, which is nice. My quads are just thriving at the moment. I can't think that I've put too much on this week. So I did some like push downs on the tricep, the pull-up machine. I've been doing some like glute push downs on there. I really rate them. I know they're very Instagrammy, very TikTok, and I was like, I'm very curious. I'm going to see how I go. I get a really good glute connection out of them. So I did some of those on, was it Monday or Tuesday? Yesterday was Tuesday, so it'd be Monday. Fucking hell, honestly. Monday. And I was stood on there with 65 kilos resistance on, and it wouldn't budge. So I'm like, oh, right, okay. Maybe I'm not too far over the 65 kilo mark, which will bring me to having another like kilo increase, which will take me 3 kilos up from stage, which is really slow and steady and good, and I'm happy with it. We'll see what happens on Friday, because I'm going to check in on Friday. But yeah, just wanted to come on and say I'm actually struggling with my appetite. I think my food's, again, I've fucking chewed everyone's ear off about this, but the food volume is so much. I'm just always full. It's good in reverse, but it's not good at the same time, and it's certainly not good this week for the time that I'm getting home. So last night I did my training about 6 o'clock. I had to faff about with some parcels, so I wasn't actually home until gone 8:30. At 8:30 I had to get in my post-workout oats, my deconstructed cheeseburger meal, and a protein pudding, and I just sat there like huffing it down, but thinking, for fuck's sake, I'm just not hungry. And on the way to the gym, I had my Rice Krispie bars as well. my post-workout Rice Krispie bars, and on the way to the gym I was eating like my rice cakes and just it's not great. But this is only temporary, and I keep telling myself that, but it is hard. Friday I'm working from home, which will be good. It means I can just get things in at my own pace, and I can eat slowly and steadily whilst I'm on meetings and stuff at home, and that'll be what I'll do when I'm working from home in future. But fuck. So I'm sorry this has been a bit of a boring vlog this week, but it's just getting used to a change in routine, I guess, and I wanted to vlog that as well, because I think, again, that's important. It's important to find your way, important to find what works for you. I found what works for me but doesn't actually work for me, but it's just the only way that I can think of to kind of get everything done at the minute. If I was getting up any earlier and training in the morning before I have this commute, I would be getting up at like 5 o'clock in the morning. And sleep is so important at the minute for recovery whilst I'm pushing, that I'm not willing to sacrifice any more of that. So I'm still getting 7 hours sleep, but I could do with some more. So it's Wednesday, and I should be getting some of my images back today from my photo shoot, and now is kind of the window between now and Friday when I should be getting my blood results back, so hopefully there'll be something slightly exciting to show you in this week's vlog. Fuck my life. I've just arrived at work. I'm trying to get in early and do like 8:30 till 4:30, so it's about 8:20 now. I'm just going to get myself settled and get out of it ASAP. It's rest day, so I've got less food today, which my bowels are really happy about. And I'm just going to go and do my cardio after work and get a food shopping. Ignore Andy in the background with Star Wars. I feel like it's going to give me a really good soundtrack. But look what turned up today. Ah, what is that? Eat me. I'm so happy with them. A couple of them have been lightened up around my face in a few shots, and he's actually, bless him, edited some of the ones where I'm like gurning and I definitely wasn't ready, but I am... What? Look at those croissants. Croissant. I'm so happy with them. Like, what? These are some of the ones that I'm going to use for my coaching. Have a little scroll through, but yeah, I didn't want them to be anything too fancy, to be honest, because I think like, what? Who is that? Who is she? But yeah, really happy with them. And then the other folder that I've got, I'll show you a couple of those because there's some more training ones, but these are more headshots and stuff. These are the ones that have been lightened up, and he sent me some new edits, so I need to save those, but I'm just buzzing with them. In fact, he might have even edited them. This is actually, when this one opens up, is one of my favourites of the whole shoot. I don't know why these ones, oh no, they are opening. But yeah, so happy. Got some more up close shots here. Croissant. Some shots of my back, which I'm really happy with. These made me laugh so much. Oh god. Now on the day, I absolutely hated these because the bodysuit was too big. It wasn't showing off any definition. But they've actually come out really, really well. They were showing off my period bloat a little bit, but I'm really, really happy with them. They're just for Andy, so we won't scroll down that far. But yeah, he's done such a good job. So let's be honest, that's probably the most exciting thing that's going to happen this week because all I'm doing is going to work and training and coming home, and it is just wiping me. On Saturday, I am going on a CSI day with my mum. So for Christmas last year, Andy and I bought her, she's really into crime scene shows and stuff like that, and we got her like a crime scene investigation experience, and we're going to go with her. So if I can, I'll show you what that's like. But I think on Sunday we're going to go to it's Remembrance Sunday, so we're going to go to a memorial up at Bomber Command, I think. Are we?
Yeah.
And then I think we're going to train after that. I've got to do some more for my coaching qualification, and I've got to do the video element of it now. So it's either I go to one of their open days, or I video and film some of the exercises and just me coaching Andy, I suppose, and putting him through a program that I've put together. So I need to do that. Whether we'll do that this weekend or next weekend, I'm not sure, because we probably could do with the rest, to be honest. We'll see. But that is next on my list of things to do so that I can get that done. After I've finished that and submitted it, that will be my level 2 gym instructor qualification finished, and then I'll move on to the next one. So that actually, if I finish that, that will allow me to go into online coaching, which is crazy. Can you hear him playing Star Wars? That is probably going to be our weekend. We'll probably go and do that at Performance Gym. Probably go and train there anyway, whether we film that or not. That's how the week's going to pan out, I reckon. Hopefully my blood results will come through in the next couple of days, and I'll talk you through those as well. Sometimes when you've had a day like I have had, only listening to Flying Without Wings on the way home and pretending you are Mark from Westlife will help. And that is the God's honest truth. Basically, my old job have miscalculated the pay grading that I was on in some money that they owe me. And it is not correct by a long shot. And obviously that is quite stressful. So I've been in and out of the office today dealing with that. And yeah, just feel shit. So that has been my day. Great. And you know what? I'm so fucking full. I know there's going to be people that just want to fucking smack me round the face for saying it. But this is real. We're talking about all the things. I'm so uncomfortable. I'm just uncomfortable. Do you know what? I'm going to go train legs now. It is 6 o'clock. Fuck's sake. It's 6 o'clock. I'm going to go and train legs. I'm going to do my cardio like a good little egg. I'm going to go home and I've got to eat my oats. I've got to eat my Crispies. I've got to eat my cheeseburger meal. I've got to eat my pudding. And afterwards, I'm going to show you what I look like, because that is how I'm walking around at the moment. I wouldn't be surprised if someone at work turns around to me and it's like, congratulations, when's the baby due? Because that's what we're working with. It's not fat. I'm not worried about it. I'm not upset about it. I look 6 months pregnant, maybe 4. Don't know. I have no gauge on pregnant people. But I do have so much bloating in such a shape that I look in the early stages of pregnancy at some points during the day at the moment, and it's not something I've ever experienced before. I'm taking probiotics. I'm drinking as much water as I can. Taking the GDAs. Don't really know what to do with this information. Don't really know what to do with it. Checking in tomorrow. We'll see how I look then. I'm going to bring it up with Jenna and just say, if you're increasing my calories, please don't put any more food in. Fuck me. Let's pick some more calorie dense choices and help a girl out. I constantly feel like I need to shit. Earlier, I was eating my chicken and pasta to the point where I actually felt like it was in my throat. It felt like it was still in my throat. and that I was like full up to here. That ain't a way to live, man. That ain't a way to live. And I'm really sorry for moaning about that. There's bitches out there that are hungry as fuck, and I'm just not. But this is another side of post-show that I'm feeling, that other people are feeling. And yeah, I'm gonna be honest about it, and I'll show you what I look like later, and you'll be like, oh, congratulations. Oh, let's get on with this. I've been trying the Nova Neuro Pump this week. It's good. I tell you what, because it's got the lack of like the tingly face, the beta-alanine. You have it, and I think the other day I probably took a little bit too much, but you're like, you feel like a fucking ninja. It's very, very good for focus. You're just like, oh, fucking get it. I can't explain it. I can't put it into words, but you feel like a ninja. If I ever was one, I imagine that's how I'd feel. So yeah, that's the summary of my fucking day. Fuck. Tomorrow is work from home day. Thank God. I'm gonna train early in the morning. I'm gonna train early in the morning, as I normally would. Do my cardio as well. Get my steps in throughout the day, and eat at a pace that I'm comfortable with. I'll still probably feel the same though, let's be honest. Tell you what, guys and girls, I had that Stairmaster on level 6. Height of prep, I had that on level 10 or 11, and I probably wasn't sweating as much as this. This is pasta. This is pasta. Oh God, right. Yeah. It's making me sweat my tits off. On another note, obviously not very neat right now, but look at all my shit. 3 cardio sessions, not frizzy. That Brazilian straightening kit, if you are a frizzy gal, worth the 2 hours and all of the fumes. I've probably taken a couple of years off my life from just inhaling anything that came off my head that day, but worth it. Also, on the subject of food volume, during that session, I barfed in my mouth. Doing split squats, I barfed in my mouth, I swallowed it, I looked around, and it was definitely noticed. So there you go. Happy fucking Thursday. Just sitting down to eat a meal that I don't want. Hold on. Just sitting down to eat another meal that I don't really want. We've been watching Killer Sally this week. Verdict so far?
Good.
Oh, sorry, you've got a mouthful of chilli. Good. We think she has just become Killer Sally. I'm going to start a side hustle and wrestle men. What do you reckon, Andy?
I'm fucking not.
And it is Friday. I've just done my check-in. I didn't like it. I knew going to bed last night that I wouldn't like it because just of how bloated I felt last night and how I was. But it is what it is, and hopefully in the next week I'll get some of my food routine under control. It's just a shame that I look so bloated, but it's fine. I've put on about 3 kilos, just less than 3 kilos since last week, which was inevitable as Andy and I worked my calories out last night because we were curious. 3,721. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. She's trying to get some weight on me quickly, I think, because, you know, things ain't the healthiest. But yeah, that was hard this morning. I mean, I've said that I'm all right with it, and I am all right with it. I know that we've got to put weight on and stuff like that, but seeing such a dramatic jump when it's been very steady was difficult. But yeah, it's fine. It'll be fine. So yeah, I'm gonna go and train. I think it's back and shoulders, and get home and work from home. Lovely. It's Friday lunchtime. I'm just getting out and about for a little bit of a walk in between induction stuff and meetings and what have you. I feel so much better for training in the morning. So much better. I felt shit about my check-in this morning from the bloating, as I've already spoken about. As soon as I got into what I'm used to, everything was back to normal and I felt so much better. I'm going to try and see whether training in the morning could be possible for me even on office days. My gym doesn't open until 6, so, or 6:30. I need to check, but maybe it's a case of I get up that little bit earlier on days when I'm in the office and go and get that training done early, and just make sure that I'm getting enough rest around the rest of it. I do want to change gyms. I've talked about this before. Maybe this is going to be the push up the arse to go and change and move over to performance, because I know that one of the memberships there is 24-hour. It's a little bit more expensive, but with my new job they contribute £15 a month to like wellbeing activities, which I've already had approved. So there's always that. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do and whether it's possible. My training sessions usually take me about an hour, maybe a little bit over, and then with cardio on top, probably an hour and a half. So I might see whether it's actually possible for me to do that and get myself over to Mansfield on office days. It doesn't really matter if I'm working that little bit later in the office if I've not got training to do when I get home. So the fact that they are a bit more flexible might be something that I talk to my boss about, because I have been uncomfortable this week, like in my body. Just my digestion has not felt good at all, but yet today feels much better. So feedback from the coach is that she's happy with where we're going. Obviously my bloating, it's not a concern for her, but she's amended my carbs slightly and brought them back down to what we were on last week. So taking it back down to previous week's calories, just to give my body a little bit of a rest and work out what I'm doing with myself. My tummy's looking much better today already. So strange. So I'm just getting some steps in, help with some of that digestion. I'll do another round of the block later, and then that'll be me all done for the day, which is nuts really, in comparison to getting in at 8:30 every night. No, thank you. Saturday morning, Brazilian straightening treatment still going strong. Honestly, I can't get over how much of a difference it's actually made to my hair and the level of frizz. We love it. Packed everything up to go. Annoyingly, I did buy the Prep and Packed Apollo bag for work, and I paid for it. I questioned them and it's still not arrived, so they're going to refund me for it, but apparently it's been shipped by DPD, so I might be getting Both. Who knows? But for today, this is perfect. And I've got my 2 chicken meals in there. I've got my breakfast bagel and my later on in the day bagel in there. I'm taking some rice cakes. So that's pretty much all the food that I'm having today. I get an off-plan meal tonight. Andy and I are keeping it really simple and actually just making burgers, which is basically what's on my plan, but we'll just sexy them up a little bit so that I can have a sweet treat as well, because I'm going to calm down a little bit on the off-plan meals and having cookie box as well, because we all know I love a cookie box and I've got about 4 or 5 of them still in the freezer. So I'm just going to get a couple of those out now, one for Andy, one for me, and we will have off-plan sexy burgers tonight, and I'll show you what they look like. Still haven't had my blood report back. It's on their system that there is a blood report, so I'm not too worried about it. I just need to wait a little bit longer to get the results from them. And yeah, so today is CSI day. How'd you do? We've got the golden Toblerone chunky hunk, and Andy's gonna have the Snickers cookie. There we are.
Can I take your name, please?
No.
Yeah.
We've just finished our crime scene investigation day. What did you reckon?
Oh, amazing.
Did you love it?
Amazing. I loved it, yeah.
She's even brought a bloody Tyvek suit in the bag to take home and a footprint.
And my footprint's going in the garden.
So just having a little bit of food. Got a little bit of shopping to do, haven't we?
Yep.
On the way back.
And then we'll go and solve some more crimes.
What, at home?
Like, who's been in my fridge? Be taking fingerprints all over the place.
I'll be taking fingerprints. I'll be taking fingerprints and taking names. It's burger time at Chateau Thomas. What's going in them, chef?
Oh, it was your choices. Did you want bacon or some avocado and some boursin?
Boursin! He's outdone himself today. Outdone himself. So we've got cheese top roll, we've got the fat burger. Oh my god, it's burning me. Fat burger, boursin, bacon, guac. And the crown, obviously. So I got my blood results through. They were a little bit later than I thought, but I had them done on last Saturday, and they came through in full today, even though were uploaded to the system yesterday. So just so that you know, when you get the notification, there probably will be a little bit of a delay on them, but I was going to go through them so that you can have a look at what they look like when they come through if you haven't had them done before. Andy has a background in medicine. Do you want to talk about it a little bit? Just because he will be able to not interpret them fully, but he will know what things are and certainly do a better job than I could.
Well, I mean, I worked in clinical research in the NHS for a few years, and we had to look at blood profiles there. So,
But your master's degree is in?
Integrated disease physiology.
Wow. And your undergrad is?
Biochemistry.
Cool. So I will show you what they look like when they come through on the profile and how to kind of read them, even though I don't fully understand them, and I'm probably going to book a consultation just so that I can understand the picture a little bit more. I've spoken to my coach as well tonight based on the results that have come through and said that I will probably look to have them done again in around 12 weeks time and just make sure that everything is ticking over as it should and that things are improving. So I will show you what they look like. My ALT results is based on liver function. So normal range here is 0 to 35 and I'm scoring 61 here.
Google says that the upper limit of a healthy ALT is actually 51 units per litre. So I don't think it's actually anything to be worried about all that much.
No.
So we'll go through these again, and I think, yeah, that's the only one that's scoring out of normal range at the moment. Bone screen, which I wasn't expecting actually, kind of cool. Yep, normal. Lipids, cholesterol normal, 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 normal and normal. So that's good. So we move on to hormones, which is one that I have struggled to interpret now. So this has come back as low test.
Loads of women have low test. It's there's a weird misconception that everyone seems to assume that men have testosterone and women should have lots of estrogen, but the truth is there's a lot of women who do actually have low testosterone, but also should have not high levels of testosterone, but it's not abnormal for a woman to have, high testosterone levels. It's worth something to look at.
Yeah. So this is one that I struggled to interpret. I mean, I want to have a bit more context about these results, because is my ovulation scoring low because I wasn't ovulating at that point and it's not something to worry about? I'm not sure. The post-menopause box confuses me. I don't know whether that's ranging in the red because I'm not postmenopausal, or what that means, and whether it's something that I need to explore. But the follicular and luteal was coming back within normal ranges, and we were discussing this, that will score differently depending where you are in your cycle when you have your bloods done anyway.
Well, potentially. I've never looked at all the blood panelling we did for research. Was your more typical stuff that you looked at the start. It was your iron levels, your hemoglobin, your red blood cells, your liver activity, and then usually your bone profile. But
so nothing specific to female.
No. It'd have to be a very niche study to look for this kind of stuff.
So I'll probably contact them about that to understand it a little bit more. Like I said, I don't know, but in here, I'll show you. In this result, I think it's showing red because I'm obviously not postmenopausal. So, the red would flag something negative, but actually that's a positive. But yeah, everything else seems to be normal. LH, what's LH? Is that just luteal hormone and follicular hormone? Is that what they're standing for?
What's that?
So it breaks it down here. Yeah. Goes into FSH and then LH. So I didn't know whether that was follicular and luteal.
Not sure.
No.
I just thought LH was luteinizing hormone, but I don't know.
So I'm a little bit unaware of what to do with all of this information. It does give me the option to book a consultation. So what I might do is contact Blood Lab and just try and find out a little bit more about my results and a bit more context around them. But all in all, the experience with the Blood Lab has been really good. Like I say, turned up at the gym last Saturday, had them done at about 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Sent them off the same day, and they aimed to get them back between Tuesday and Friday. They were uploaded onto the system by the looks of things yesterday at 2 o'clock, and it's taken until probably about 2 o'clock today to get the full range through. So can't really say that. I mean, I'm happy that most things seem to look okay and don't give me lots of causes for concern, but at the same time, I'm not an expert and can't really interpret this in the way that I would like to. So I will book a consultation, I will think, and discuss it in a little bit more detail, maybe, and come back and review this in 12 weeks' time. So I will save these and then we can compare them later, I guess. But yeah, that is that. That's my blood results. How exciting. We're going to go back to watching The Crown now. Saturday nights in our household.
Mommy.
Sissy. Do your best, Prince Philip. Don't be so bloody stupid. That wasn't bad, was it?
Wasn't bad.
What's up?
I can't do it as well. Because he doesn't sound like Prince Philip in this series.
No. Don't be so bloody stupid. I think that's as good as I've got. I don't think I've got any more. No. today. This is a gym local to us, but it's really hidden away. It's actually really decent. It's like a little mini Ultraflex, lots of Hammersmith stuff, but yeah, decent.
Push. Come on.
Afternoon, it's Sunday afternoon and we've been and trained. I'm catching up on food and we're just having a quiet Sunday afternoon before the madness starts again. I'm not sure what I'm doing with training this week. I think on one of the days where I'm in the office I'm going to try training before, but this week I've got 3 days in the office and 2 at home, and then the week after, it will become 3 days at home and 2 in the office. But I'm at a different office tomorrow, so I'm reluctant to try training before work, just in case, you know, I have complications getting to this different office because it's not one I know. So I think that's something I'm going to try and introduce. My gym opens at 6, so I'm going to see whether that's something that I can actually manage on a day where I'm in the office. I think I probably could do it. I'm not compromising on that much sleep, but I also am very keen on moving to the gym that I've just shown you, which is 24-hour with the kind of like premium membership, which is only $43.99, and again I get the £15 towards that from work, so it would work out cheaper than the one that I'm currently at. I just want to get to know it more a little before I make that jump. I want to be able to go in the morning and know exactly what I'm doing and where I'm going, but they have got some very, very good equipment, and at the minute I know my gym like the back of my hand, so whilst I'm trying to figure that out, I think that is the better choice for me, but I think I will slowly introduce going into performance and trying that out. So that's it for another week. How am I feeling? Feeling good. Digestion's been good this weekend because eating's been a bit more on my time. We didn't go too heavy last night on the off plan, which felt nice and felt good this morning. Physique wise, I'm quite happy. It comes and it goes, you know, it's very, very difficult. Some days you're like, oh wow, looking great and feeling fuller and looking healthier and loving it. And then other days you can look at yourself and really critique where some of that fat tissue is going on. It's really weird, and I suppose it depends on what, you know, the rest of the things that happen in your day and what influences your mindset a little bit. Navigating post-show is quite difficult because I wouldn't say I'm struggling with it. There's no crying about it, you know, sitting at home and having a little cry about the fact that I'm putting body fat on. It's not quite like that, but some days hit you harder than others, and that's all right. It's just something that we've not really navigated before, and you know, the benefits that come with off season are so much more than just putting a bit of body fat on. So it is it will get easier. It will get easier. Reverse wise, still reversing well. Still, you know, everything's going to the right places and looking good. I'm sticking to everything because I'm fucking full. There's no eating over plan because my plan is full to the brim of food. I'm not really craving anything. It's just ticking over. It's just ticking over, but should it not? You'll be the first to know. So today I've been featured in the Daily Express, Wales Online Daily Mail, and Hull Online Daily Mail, which is weird. One thing that is particularly weird about it is the comments. The comments don't bother me in such a way that, again, I'm sat at home crying about people chatting shit about what I look like. I could not give a fuck. But I find it so interesting and fascinating the way that people feel that they can talk about another person as if they're not real and comment some very nasty things, which it just blows my mind. You'd never say that to someone's face, but yet when you're just writing a comment on the internet, it's fair game and it's not okay. So, you know, it doesn't hurt my feelings, but it certainly makes them look like knobs. And I'll leave that as my parting thought today whilst I'm getting my steps in.